Good afternoon, my people around the world. I'm Steve, Ugandan, and I would like to pass this information because there is something that is really bothering me around. Uh, as we know, we hear about this problem of coronavirus that is going on around the world. But something I can't understand is what I'm seeing right now going on in Uganda, because it seems like there is no corona. People think, and they are not taking it serious, that this pandemic that has disorganized people's financial status, that has led to very many people lose their jobs, that has led to, how can I say, now people are suffering, are really suffering, because now companies are closing down around the world. But what's going on in Uganda, it makes you think that maybe this pandemic is in other countries, but not in Uganda. And what is so sad is these politicians have really failed to tell people the truth. But because this is the time for them to go back to their political positions, so they don't take any care about the people they represent. They want these people to vote them into office, but they don't want to take care of their lives. Can you imagine? I won't say that it's not a must that you have to believe that the virus exists or not. No. But what are you supposed to do as a leader? Before you even talk about provision of services like education, good roads, what and what, as they promise. I think the primary priority would be health of the people. And now that the world is announcing the pandemic, coronavirus that is affecting the economy of the world, I would say the economy of the world, like tourism, etc. They are not taking care of it. I can see a political leader in Uganda called Bobby Wine, who even sang a song, sensitizing people about the virus, about this pandemic. He called it social distancing. But when you see him on his rallies, you can see that he's almost the opposite of the song he sang. This is how selfish politicians are. They don't take care of people's lives. They don't want to know, because you are the capital that brings them into office. And that one bothers me so much. He sang a song that went viral. I could say viral, because he even had interviews thinking he's a wise guy that cares about people's problems, health problems, economic problems. You mention it, but it turns out that he doesn't care about that. He cares about, he cares about his office, because he wants to be the president. But will you be the president of the dead people, of the empty country, or what? Because if you know there is something going on in the world, around the world, it's not that even we couldn't say that maybe now the incumbents, the people already in the offices, they are using this as an excuse to stay in power. No, this is going on around the world. Everyone is affected. Many countries are affected. Many companies are affected. Many people are affected. But if you came up with a sensitization song and now you're doing the opposite, he even reached an extent of saying that if you have a mask, it's okay. But if you don't have a mask, it's also okay. Which kind of leader is this? What? If you have a mask, it's okay. And if you don't have, it's also okay. And he goes on without putting on a mask. And he sang a song sensitizing people to to put on a mask, like social distancing, that this global pandemic that came to take people's lives. How selfish politicians are, you know? They can never take care of you. They can never care about your life. This shows who they are, who really they are. This shows their character. They are all the same. They are so selfish to the extent that they don't want to know whether you live or not. It's up to you. So if you elect them into office, it means you're electing them to support their families and friends, of course. Families and friends, you know. And this is really absurd in Africa, because we always say the problem for African leadership is because of the leaders overstaying in power and so on and so forth. But what about this? What have you learned from this pandemic? At least this is the time for the people, for the African people, to understand who politicians are there. You know that this one who is preaching against African leadership, overstaying in power being a problem, is going to do the same, because he doesn't care about you. You know, he cares about enriching himself, getting rich and rich and richer, and supporting his family and friends. That's it. He doesn't care about anything else. Can you imagine? This is a very good example that a musician came out saying that people are oppressed, people are being killed, you know, people are very poor because of the president overstaying power, selfish, and it's his family that is getting rich and rich. Then he comes out to contest as the president. But remember, he first contested as MP. But you go back to his village, nothing has been done. Nothing. Now he's eyeing to the office of the president. And in this office, he has to sacrifice people's lives, telling them it's okay to put on a mask, and it's also okay not to put on a mask if you don't have it. If you die, it's up to you. Then who are you representing really? Are you representing your family? Because we don't see any family member of you on these rallies. We just see people following you because of your deceits, you know? And this is who African leaders are. They use humans as capital into office. And the Africans that are following them will gain nothing from them. After being in office, they will serve themselves. And Africans will suffer, and this thing is going to continue forever if there's no solution for this. And I can't understand this, you know? This is really something that is really absurd. I can't believe this, you know? Even the president, like, because I'm talking about Uganda, you know? Even the president, okay, he said 200 people. But still 200 people, if you see him meeting the 200 people, you don't see any distancing there. You just see people sitting close to each other and then shouting, and few are putting on masks. I don't know which people they want to lead. Do they want to lead the dead people? Or the people with the good health? Or the people that live? Do they want to lead trees? Because let me say, okay, if you believe this pandemic is a lie, it's okay for that belief. But what if? Because if you're doubting something, you always have to leave room for the truth. Always. So, if you believe that this pandemic is a political thing and it's not true, but what if it's true? What if people are going to die? What if the virus was not strong And now someone who created, because they created these viruses, what I may think, this is my opinion, they created these viruses to make money and make names. So-and-so created a virus, so-and-so created the antidote, so-and-so made a lot of money out of this. What if they realized that maybe the virus they created wasn't strong enough to kill people? That won't give them enough money. And then they make a very stronger one, but the same name, giving it the same name. And then you still do the same thing. Because now we see, let me say, all Africans, we have to follow these Europeans and Americans as they do their things. Sometimes we have to, because they are more developed than us. Once they tell you something, sometimes there's something behind it. We shouldn't take such things as a joke, If they say, do this, and you see their countries, now in Germany, UK and other countries, France, they're in lockdown. During Christmas, they just allow 3 to 5 people to meet. Companies have closed down. Small companies have really gone out of business. Completely gone out of business, because you can't stay. If you're a company that employs people, you can't, on a small scale level, you can't be down for 3 months and stand still. No, you can't. You just go out of business. By the time you come back, nothing again, But it's really saddening that African leaders are taking this as a joke. For me, I won't say, even may I have that doubt that maybe this is not true, but I have to leave room for the truth. That what if it's true? That's why I do what? That's why I have to follow the laws, follow the precautions that are put on by the government. If they say put on a mask, just put on a mask. That's it. If they say don't do this, just follow that. You can doubt, but while following the law. Not everyone that follows the law really believes in the law. You can say, okay, if they say this, then I have to do this, because that's what the law says. But to me, I don't believe that. But follow the law. That's it. But it's really absurd that in Africa, this is where people are complaining so much about being poor. They don't want to follow any law. This is the countries you find no one paying tax, and then they say they don't have social services, they have poor roads, they have no medicine in their hospitals, but even those who are working, they don't pay tax to contribute to the construction of these things. So even the small taxes that are got are also misused by the government officials, and that's who. I don't understand that. This pandemic has really disclosed who they are. This is the time to realize that even going to elections is a waste of time. Why do you do that? Just leave it. Don't go for elections. Concentrate on work and feed your families, man. Okay, let me stop here. This is Steve from Germany, Bremen, and I wanna say please stay safe. Whatever doubts you have, make sure you follow the law and do whatever it takes to keep yourself healthy. Do whatever it takes to keep yourself healthy. That's what I can say, and salute.